Hello everyone, welcome to the conclusion to the Drive Syndicate 6. The event ended last night and all of my Syndicate coins got converted into regular credits, which I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't realize that I should have spent them on some packs, but I really didn't have much anyway. But yesterday, or I guess the day before, was extremely stressful and anxiety inducing for me because I was super duper close to unlocking the Peugeot 9X8, and at the same time I was extremely close to running out of Syndicate coins. I unboxed the Syndicate coins packs on stream a couple of days ago and my luck was absolutely horrible. And part of the reason for this extremely stressful end to the Drive Syndicate 6 was the fact that Gameloft actually refreshed the packs a while ago. So if you bought all 20 packs early on, you actually got another opportunity to open 20 more packs. Now, as far as I know, they did not say this at all. And in fact, I was watching Furum's stream when he said this, and I realized that because I only opened one, I had 19 left, but then when I checked the game, I had 20. So I could have actually gotten a lot of an easier time trying to get to the 9X8 just by unlocking or unboxing a couple of more packs, but oh well. Obviously, as you can see on screen, I did end up getting the 9X8 in my very last pack. My second to last pack got me only one blueprint, so I realized, oh no, this is probably it. I had to get, I believe it was 3 blueprints in the final pack in order to get the 9X8, and I believe I got 3 or 4. I did record it, so I got pretty lucky on that last pack. And like I said, that was the last of my Syndicate coins. I did have a couple of pinned missions here and there that I could have done, but it would have not added up to 30,000 required to unlock another 10 times pack for the 9X8. So that's where it left me at the very end of the Drive Syndicate 6 with no more coins really left over. I just barely unlocked the Peugeot 9X8. And that is very different compared to some of the recent Drive Syndicates. And in fact, I would go so far as to say that this Drive Syndicate has really been a nice improvement compared to the last Drive Syndicates. Obviously, there are a lot more things that could be done to make it even better, which we'll talk about in a bit, but the fact that I got to the A-class car and a couple other people did as well is a really good sign. And now, why did that exactly happen? Well, the most important and crucial factor was the fact that the B-class car this time around was the McLaren 765 LT, which was actually used in a previous Drive Syndicate event. So what that meant was, at least for me, since I already had the 765 LT, I breezed through that part of the Drive Syndicate and was able to go straight into working towards the Peugeot 9X8. Now, I'm really hoping that Gameloft understand how much of a positive this is, because obviously with previous Drive Syndicates, every single car, except for I believe usually the S-Class car, was new. For example, here, the Tushek was the S-Class car, but obviously that was an older car. And I believe that was the same for a couple of previous Drive Syndicates. The problem is most people can't even get that far. So the fact that the A-Class car was now obtainable because the B-Class car was a previous car is actually really awesome. So hopefully they continue that in the future. And in my opinion, just as long as one of the earlier cars is something that a lot of people will have, I think that'll be a good thing. So maybe next time the D-Class car is like the Mustang, or I guess the Shelby GT350R or something like that, where we can get through the early parts of the Drive Syndicate very quickly and then get straight into the C-Class car. So if they continue that trend, which I really hope they do, I think our general view of the Drive Syndicate will become a bit more positive. Now, like I said, there are a lot more ways that they can improve. The biggest one is something that the community has wanted for a very long time, ever since the first Drive Syndicate, and that's the ability to just buy Syndicate coins using tokens. Now, they kind of gave it to us this time around with the packs, but of course you had to get really lucky, and they didn't tell us when they refreshed the store, which was kind of disappointing. But obviously you had a limit, and this time it was 40 packs, even though I guess it should have been only 20. But in the future, if they just give us that section of the store that lets us convert tokens to Syndicate coins, that will vastly improve the experience, because if you run out of coins, you can just buy more with tokens that are obviously very well earned by a lot of the community members. I mean, we spend a lot of time trying to get tokens, and it would be nice to just dump them all in a Drive Syndicate event, which does feel like the grandiose, spectacular event that Asphalt 9 has to offer. So I would have hoped that we would be able to spend our hard-earned tokens in this event. Like I said, the other obvious way is to just use cars that a lot of people already have. The first Drive Syndicate did this because I believe the first car was the DSE Tense, and now finally we have the 765 LT, which was in a previous Drive Syndicate. So hopefully they continue this trend like I mentioned before, and we talked a lot about that, but maybe even they can expand that to the first couple of cars or something like that, or maybe in the future they can expand the car list so that there are multiple cars per class. So maybe you have a new car that would be nice if you want to go unlock it, but then there's another car that is a very popular car or an older car that a lot of people probably have, to where if they want to just skip over that section and continue on, they can do so. Now, I believe in one of the developer chats, they did mention a mini Drive Syndicate where there's a lot less grinding and it's just a shorter event overall. I'm looking forward to that. I don't believe we've gotten any information on when exactly that's coming, but I'm optimistic, and hopefully that is just going to be a bit of a better experience because, yeah, the grind this time around was certainly pretty brutal. Now, part of that was due to my bad luck in the 9x8 packs. I definitely wouldn't have needed to grind all of the pin missions if it weren't for my bad luck in those packs and, of course, the Syndicate coin packs. But that doesn't excuse the fact that, well, that was my experience and it led to a pretty brutal grind. And even though it left me just barely getting the 9x8, there is a world where I unlock that last pack and I only get one blueprint and I'm just completely devastated. So I know that I did get lucky, at least on that last pack, and hopefully they reduce that like RNG type factor in the next Drive Syndicate. So overall, I'm glad that this Drive Syndicate was better than the previous events. Slowly but surely, hopefully we get to see some better Drive Syndicates in the future. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that shorter mini Drive Syndicate, and I'm looking forward to hopefully Gameloft using previous cars in the next Drive Syndicate, so progression is just a bit easier, and hopefully the takedown mode comes back as well. I was surprised that at least I didn't encounter it in this Drive Syndicate, so that was disappointing. Now, hopefully they are working on just bringing that mode to the general game, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, please let me know your thoughts on the Drive Syndicate 6 in the comment section down below. Was this enough of an improvement to change your opinion on it, or do you still think there's a long ways to go? I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.